Hello and welcome to Favorite Rugby on Favorite Sport, and some bad news for the Sharks, who are in the middle of an injury crisis and will not be bolstered by two Springboks who are currently still injured and will be out for the foreseeable future. With the Sharks officially confirming a sort of an injury list, and it's a very long injury list of some pretty key players and very much a test of depth for the Durban side, who have done so much recruiting over the past few years. You'd think they'd be able to cope. So we're about to find out, aren't we, just how good that recruiting has been after a pretty disappointing performance last week at the Stup against Ospreys, where they were favourites to win actually the game, but didn't. And John Plumtree's got a very big job to do to get this union performing to the levels that everyone will be demanding with the expenditure and with the types of players that they've brought back. And in terms of some Springboks came back, obviously Evan Edsmith, Oxen Chair, among sort of the two key performers, I think that they'll be looking to try and get back quite quickly. Makazona Pimpy, for example, the Kanya But in terms of the injury list, before we sort of go through it, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. So Springboks, Bongi Manambi and Vincent Koch are both currently injured with a knee injury. They are part of 12 players on the injury list, and they are apparently going to be they're going to be down in Durban sort of doing their testing, getting themselves back up to full fitness. And in terms of the other players that are available, Currie and Bosch unavailable due to concussion, and then it just seems to be a knee issue across the union, really. Edwin Cater's got a knee injury, Francois Hurkot has a knee injury, Karen van Vuren's got a knee injury, Louis Roots has got a knee injury, Muller Duplessis got a knee injury, Navaldo Freer's got a knee injury, Reniel Hugo's got a shoulder injury, and Vintage Tuka has got a chest wall injury. In terms of their round 4 side, which has been named, the average age of 23, I think, is the big sort of telling sign of just how much their depth is being tested, especially in the starting lineup. The likes of, the youngsters like Tuka Kunu, Dylan Richardson, Corne Royal, James Fenter, Pepsi Buthelezi, George Kinnear. It's a very young and inexperienced side, and getting good experience in terms of playing in the URC. But up against the Zebra side that are full of confidence. So we'll talk a little bit more about the matchups when it comes to the official preview, which will be out later today. But not good news if you're a Sharks fan. And interesting to see, how they're going to be able to integrate all these various players once they do return. I mean, with 12 players unavailable, there are obviously certain positions which are very much lacking in terms of depth and stuff like that. But I mean, they're going to welcome back 2 props, for example, as well as a hooker. So it's a full front row that they could be getting back, from a Springbok perspective, eventually down the line. Obviously, Evan Edsmith, for example, in the second row there. Centres-wise, Roland Janssen but Francois Fenter currently in the centres, but they're going to be looking to bring back, Lakanya Makazona Pimpy, for example. So it is going to be a very strong side once they get back to a sort of a full contingent. But for now, I suppose it's almost damage control. They can't afford for their season to kind of be derailed during this injury crisis, during the start of the season, because yes, it's a very long season, and I think, especially Munster were very much a good barometer of how you can start a season averagely and then sort of go on to win it, in fact. But the Sharks currently sit with 0 points after 3 games, a minus 48 points difference. Even Zebra, who didn't win a game last season, are sitting on 5 points, and the Lions sitting on 4 points despite no wins. So there are 3 teams who have not won a game and yet still ahead of the Sharks with points. So the Sharks have not managed to get a single bonus point, losing bonus point, anything, and sit at the bottom of the table in a pretty woeful position. So they'll be desperate to try and get to winning ways. Ironically, they could actually beat Zebra, who have not won a game, and still be behind them, because Zebra have managed to pick up bonus points. I think that's quite an important thing, to be sitting there. You think the Scarlets have got 1 win, for example. Cardiff have got 1 win. Edinburgh have got 2 wins out of 3. And yet sit just 3 points ahead of Zebra. So that is why, I talk about those losing bonus points are so important, which is where a team like the Lions have done quite well, where they've gotten 3 losing bonus points. It's been frustrating because it also shows you how close they've been to winning. But you got to keep picking up points. It's a long season, So Connacht 3 from 3 on 13 points, are 13 points ahead of the Sharks, whereas they're only 8 points ahead of Zebra, who have also lost all 3 games. Let me know, how do they cope with injury crisis? Let me know down in the comments below. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve. I'll chat to you soon.